Hello, I'm Stephen Cooley and welcome to the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. I'm very excited to have back on the show Tracey Reynolds. As most of you know who've watched the show before, Tracey gives us excellent legal advice about real estate. Tracey's a local attorney in town, does lots of closings for my sellers and buyers and all my personal real estate stuff. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
And if you notice a set change, we're in your new Fort Mill location.
Right.
And it's beautiful.
Thank
So
you.
I cannot wait to have my clients in here for real estate closings.
Thank you.
You now have two offices.
Two, we have Rock Hill office, which is downtown Rock Hill, and then this is the new second location. It's located off of exit 85 and Kingsley Plantation.
Yeah, you're over here where everybody's buying houses, so they can just buy close here and walk to their house.
Exactly.
So great location. Again, we're
Thank you.
very excited to have lots of real estate closings over here with you in the future. You do a great job for us.
Thank you.
Tracey, I wanted to get you on the show today because these tax assessments are coming in the mail to everyone who owns a house. And they're going to open them and may see some things that scare them and they have questions on it. They may think it's a bill and it's not. So would you hit what is actually coming in the mail so all my viewers and clients who watch the show know what they're looking at?
The first thing to say is this is not a bill. When you open this, it's not a bill. It is the determination by the tax assessor's office as to the value of your property. Every 5 years, the tax assessor's office will complete an appraisal of the property to determine what they assess the property or value the property. And that will be noted at the top of this statement, what the value. And then importantly, which we discussed earlier, is that if you live in your home as your primary residence versus if it's a property that's not your primary residence, you'll see, for example, this is my bill for my office and it's at 6% because it's not my primary residence. This is the bill for my home. It's at 4%. So double check those because based on that 6 or 4% can make a huge difference in the tax bill.
It could double, if not triple, the taxes
right.
you owe. And again, if it's your primary residence, it should be at 4%. So if you see a 6 and you live in the home and it's the only home you own in South Carolina, then you should definitely explore that and get that 6 reduced to 4.
Right, and we can't impress upon you enough the need to do that. It's not something that will automatically be completed. I complete closings with clients who have owned their property for several years and never applied for this. So they're paying 3 times the amount that they would pay had they applied.
They could be paying $5,000 or $6,000 a year, and their taxes only maybe less than $2,000 if they would change that. And you do have to apply for that, so it takes action to reduce it from 6 to 4. So if you didn't do it when you bought the home, then you could easily be at that 6%.
Exactly. When a property transfers, you have to apply for it, but there's no additional application from that point.
Right. Tracey, the total appraised value they have on here. I tell my clients when I go out and list their home, that's not necessarily what I'm going to sell the home for. But that's what the county, the city, has decided the value of the home is for tax purposes. If it's too low, leave it alone because your taxes are based on that number. But if I feel it's too high, tell me what it says at the bottom of the page I should do.
There is a particular time period that you can object, 90 days. These tax assessment notices were mailed on a date that August 10th would be the time that you would need to object if you did not agree with this value. And then within a reasonable time, within 30 days, typically the tax assessor's office would contact you to schedule a conference to review what you feel that the value of your home is.
Absolutely. And again, no, because this is going to upset a lot of people, there's no bill, there's no dollar amount that you owe on your taxes. The lowest number I see on this particular bill is $17,000, and that is the total assessed value. That's still not the taxes owed on this property.
Right. That is not the taxes. And I spoke with Teresa Simmons yesterday, the tax assessor's office, and she said that was one of the number one questions that they received is there any amount that's due? And it is not a tax bill. It is just letting you have an opportunity to review the value they have determined for your property, which happens every 5 years. 5 years. Last was 2010 and now we're 2015 and it should occur again 2020. There are years that it can be delayed, but that's the schedule.
And real quickly, if the ownership of the property changes, whether you've sold the property, whether you've maybe dropped a spouse off of the tax, then you may get one of these that year, even though, so some people may have gotten one last year
Right.
because they bought the home or they changed ownership names.
Exactly. Every time there's a change in ownership, and there are some exemptions, but every time there's a change in ownership, the tax assessor has the authority to complete an appraisal of the property. And you would receive a notice typically in May of the current or subsequent year if it's after May, and that will let you know the value for the subsequent year.
Thank you. Great information. Tracey, I was just on your website. It has totally changed. I was reading some things. I learned some things I didn't know after 26 years of real estate. Tell folks how to get to your website, because it is a wealth of knowledge about real estate law and information about closings. What's your website address?
My website address is threynolds.com, and I've been practicing, and I know 20 years,
Yes.
and I've taken the information that I've gathered and put that under buyer, seller information. So when you originally approach their website, you're going to see that you're asked what you are, and it's under buyer, seller, and that will take you to the applicable information, and there is a great amount of information for you to review.
And again, that website?
threynolds.com.
Absolutely. If you're buying or selling real estate, an attorney has to close the transaction for you. I cannot give Tracey any better endorsements than that. I use you personally. What's your phone number here if they want to book a closing?
It's 803-548-2500.
Thank you so much, Tracey, for that great information.
Thank you.
Look forward to having you back on the show. We've got beautiful homes for sale in your area. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back. I hope you've enjoyed watching the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. If you're interested in advertising your business on the program, please give us a call at 803-326-2777 or send us an email at ask@makeitlocal.com. Join us next week for more discussions on real estate topics and help in finding your perfect home. Thanks for watching.